I am exhausted, Mama. I am really tired. Can't you see I have become a shadow of myself? I am going insane. I want to end all this before I go crazy. Nneoma cried, leaning on her mother, who held her tight, patting her gently on the back. Look at me, my baby, her mother Ojugo said to her. Nneoma lifted her face to look at her mother Ojugo. I feel your pains, my baby. I totally understand what you are going through. I know what it means to live with a man who hardly takes his eyes off women. I, your mother, was once there. I was once in your shoes. The early days of living with your father was hell. I literally went through hell. Your father was a chronic womanizer. Not only that he cheats, he brings his mistresses home. I mean, your father brought home those women he cheated on me with. Sometimes I would catch them on our matrimonial bed. It got to a point I couldn't bear it anymore. Just like you now. I wanted to break free from him. I wanted to run away from him, far away from him, and end our marriage. But I was advised by my own mother then to stay, but go on my knees and pray for him. As hard as it seemed, my baby, I took my mother's advice and went on my knees and prayed and cried to the gods to touch his heart. At first, it seemed like I was wasting my time. It was as if the prayers, the supplications were being poured on a rock. But surprisingly, the gods heard my cries and touched your father's heart, and he came home to me. Your father changed from his bad ways. This is why you must not stop praying for Dimba, your husband. Sometimes it might not be ordinary. Do not give up, my daughter. You have come a long way. You have endured for so long to let go of everything now. At least he doesn't bring the women home like your father did. I believe soon the gods would arrest him and the spell will fall off his eyes. You have really come a long way, Nneoma. Remember, you have 2 children for him. And children will always need their father. Don't just throw everything all away, my baby. Believe me, everything will be alright soon. Ochigo told her daughter Nneoma. Nneoma broke free from her mother's tight hug. This is what you kept saying, mother, Nneoma said angrily, her voice rising. Now you're mentioning my children, but I did complain to you about Dimba before the children started coming, but you kept giving me false hope. Now you're telling me the children need their father. For how long will I keep praying for Dimba? For how long will I pray for a man that knows exactly what he's doing? I have told you countless times that he knows exactly what he's doing. He is not under a spell. That is who he is. A born womanizer, a liar. Nneoma cried. Ojiko got up quickly to hold down her daughter, who was scared her daughter might create a scene. Look, my baby, Ojugo was saying to her, I am your mother and I can never lie to you. If your father was to be here today, I am sure he would say the same thing to you. I am not giving you false hope, my baby, and I am not in any way happy that you are passing through this. My heart is also not at peace too. I pray for you and Dimba every day, praying and hoping the gods give you a happy home. Trust me, my daughter. Let's give it more time and see what happens. A little time again, mother. A little time is how long, mother? Because I am tired of Dimba and his reckless lifestyle. Nneoma cried. Let's see what happens from now till the end of the year, Ojugo assured her daughter Nneoma. It was getting late and Nneoma knew she had to go home to her children. She didn't feel like going back home to her husband's house, but she had to go because of her 2 kids. It was already dark when she got home. She met her 2 children all alone in the house. She quickly entered the kitchen, prepared dinner and fed them. After she put them to bed, she climbed her wooden bed to sleep, but sleep was far away from her. She got up to look at the wall clock and screamed when she found that it was past 12 a.m. and Dimba was not yet at home. In anger, she carried the dinner she kept for Dimba and returned it to the kitchen. Shortly after, there was a heavy knock on the door, and she knew at once that it was Dimba. She meant to ignore him, but the knock kept coming, getting louder. She rushed to the door and opened it. How shameless, knocking so loud to inform the neighbors you just got back, she snapped at her husband Dimba when she opened the door for him. Dimba pushed her aside and went inside the house. Nneoma locked the door and was about climbing her bed when Dimpa demanded for dinner. "Where is my dinner, woman?" Dimpa shouted at her. "Dinner, you said. Who eats dinner at this time of the night? You should have eaten your dinner from wherever you're coming from," Nneoma shouted back and climbed her bed. "I see you are asking for another beating, woman, and I promise you I will not disappoint you. You know I don't disappoint," Dimpa said, getting closer to her. "Hit me then. Go ahead and beat me. There is nothing new to the tears I am used to." Dimpa stopped in his threat and muttered, "Useless woman," before he left to the bathroom. Nneoma was woken by a ray of sunshine that came in through her window. She quickly got up from the bed and hurried to the garden. When she got back from the garden, she met Dimpa still sleeping. She left him and rushed to the kitchen to prepare breakfast for the family. Her two kids, who already swept the compound, rushed to carry their food when their mother called them from the kitchen. Nneoma took Dimpa's food to him and dropped it on the table, and was about leaving his room when she noticed her husband Dimpa was shivering. She stared at him for a while, not knowing if to go to him. Finally, she went closer to him and touched his forehead. She screamed and quickly removed her hand. "What's happening to you, Dimpa? Your body is as hot as a burning fire," she asked, concerned. "I don't know what is wrong with me. I think I am sick," Dimpa managed to say. "I think you need to freshen up first. Then put some food in your stomach and see if you would feel better," Nneoma said, lifting him up from the bed and led him to the bathroom. After she helped fed him his breakfast, but Dimpa didn't get any better. The next day, she rushed to their neighbor's house, who had a car, and begged him to please take them to the town hospital. It was at the hospital that Nneoma got to know for the first time that Dimpa had been battling a sexually transmitted disease for months, which he had hidden from her. Fear gripped her when the doctor suggested she too be tested for the same disease, because it might be possible she is infected since they are couple. Hot tears were running down Nneoma's face. "Oh God, how did I arrive at this?" she cried. Her heart was shattered when the lab result came out. She cried and cursed Dimpa and her mother loudly. Dimpa was admitted because the sickness had eaten deep into him. While his wife Nneoma was also at his bedside to care for him, she was also receiving treatment. During this period, she took their two kids to her mother, who took care of them. Dimpa couldn't survive the sickness. He gave up 3 months after. Nneoma became so scared when her husband died. She would cry day and night, asking herself if this is the way she would end up, even when she was assured by the doctor that her chances of survival was high. Do you think Nneoma's mother is to be blamed? How best do you think a cheating partner should be handled? Share your opinion with us in the comment section. Please do well to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos, and do like the video as well. Thank you so much for your time and support. Bye.